Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to do some questions from Infosys exam online test as conducted this year for the upcoming batch of 2021. Now, the best part about Infosys exam is the written paper that comes up. It is divided into sections. So we have a section for mathematical ability, then we have section for reasoning ability, verbal ability, followed by sections of programming and a puzzles section. Now, every section has some specified number of questions, and the difficulty level of every section is almost same. So it's not that the mathematical ability portion or the aptitude portion is going to be more difficult and the coding is going to be easy, or verbal is going to be easy. It is not going to be that way. All the questions are going to be on the same level. So overall analysis about the difficulty, if we do, the questions that are going to be asked, these are going to be on a level of easy to moderate level of difficulty. None of the questions are going to be very heavy to answer. Most of the questions are going to be on an easy way that they can be solved within a stipulated time duration. Some questions might be there where we have to use a little logic to solve them. Okay. So if we go directly to the question, the first question that had come up this year was a train 700 meters is running at 72 kilometers per hour. If it crosses a tunnel in 1 minute, then the length of the tunnel is. Okay, now a very simple question from time, speed, and distance is asked. And specifically, if we talk about this topic, a lot of questions are asked from trains. Now, a very important thing is all the units, as we can see in this question, these are different. The length is given in meters, then the speed is given in kilometers per hour, and the time is given in minutes. So we have to be very careful while we are dealing with this particular question. Okay, length of the train is given to me already 700 meters. I need the length of the tunnel. Let length of the tunnel, let it be x. Let's take the length of the tunnel to be equal to x. Now time taken to cross the tunnel is given to me as 1 minute. Let me take this 1 minute as 60 seconds. So I have taken this 1 minute to be as 60 seconds. Let's convert the speed also in meter per second. So speed is 72 kilometers per hour. Let's convert this into meter per second. So I'll do multiplication by 5 by 18. When I do this, this comes out to be 20 meter per second. So speed is now in meter per second. Time is also in meter in seconds. Length of the train is given to me already. Now to cross the tunnel, train needs to travel the distance equal to the length of the train plus the distance equal to length of the tunnel. So the total distance that the train has to travel when it has to completely cross the tunnel is its own length plus length of the tunnel itself. So total distance that the train has to travel becomes 700 meters, that is the length of the train, plus tunnel we have assumed to be x. Okay, now I have time, I have distance, I have speed, all the three quantities I have. I know speed is equals to distance upon time. I know time equals to distance upon speed. I know distance is equals to speed into time. All these three quantities, these are interconvertible. I can always write speed in terms of distance, distance in terms of speed, speed in terms of other two quantities. All this is going to be very easily interconvertible. I'm going to use this formula, distance equals to speed into time. Distance is 700 plus x is equals to speed. Speed is 20 and time given to me is 60 seconds already. So 700 plus x is equals to 1200. My value of x, that is the length of the tunnel, comes out to be directly 500 meters. My answer is option D, 500 meters. Okay. Next question we can see. A mixture of 40 liters, 48 liters contains milk and water in the ratio of 5:3. How much water must be added to it so that the ratio of milk to water would be reversed? Okay, so right now, if the ratio is 5:3, I need the reversed ratio to be 3:5. This is what is needed. This is what they mean by the reversed ratio. So, given mixture, it's 48 liters. If I want to find out what is the quantity of milk in it, milk will be 5 by 8 into 48. This is how much milk is present. So 5 by 8 into 48, if I do, comes out to be 30 liters. Water, therefore, in the mixture of 48 liters, comes out to be 48 minus 30, that is 18 liters. Now, let L be the amount of water that needs to be added so that my new ratio becomes 3:5. So 30 upon 18 plus L is equals to 3 by 5. This is what I need. So how much water needs to be added? Let L liters be the water that needs to be added. So 30 upon 18 plus L. I need the new ratio to be 3 to 5. When we solve this, 150 is equals to 54, 18 3 times 54 plus 3L. The value of L from here comes out to be 32 liters. That is, I need to add 32 liters of water so that my ratio becomes reversed. My answer is option B. Next question. Ramesh's age is 3 times the sum of age of his two children. After 5 years, his age will be twice the sum of age of two children. Find the present age of Ramesh. Okay, very common question based on age. Problem of ages is given here, and we're going to solve this very easily. Let the age of two children that we have, let the age of those children, let it be X and Y. Let these be the two ages that is given to us. Now, father's present age, it is given 3 times the sum of age of children. That is Ramesh's present age, it becomes 3 into x plus y, 3 times the sum of the present ages. So after 5 years, children's age, how much it will be? It will be x plus 5 and y plus 5, because all of them are, both of them are going to age in 5 years. Sum of age, if I need to find, I'll do a addition. So this becomes x plus y plus 10. That is going to be their age after 5 years. And it is given to me, the father's age is twice the sum of the age of children. So age of father after 5 years becomes 2. Father, or let me call this Ramesh, ages after 5 years becomes 2 into x plus y plus 10. Okay, this becomes 2x plus 2y plus 20. This is how it will come out to be. Okay, now next thing, it is given to me that after 5 years, his age will be twice the age of some of his children. Find the present age of Ramesh. We need to find what his present age is. So we have found out that his present age comes out to be 2 into x plus y plus 10. But it is already known to me that his present age is equals to 3 times the sum of the age. This is what we have found out the ratio, or this is what we have found the equation for his present age. And 5 years later becomes 3 into x plus y plus 5. Now we have this equation. We have this equation, that is 2x plus y, 2x plus 2y plus 20 is equals to 3x plus 3y plus 15. If we solve this, if we get a relation in terms of x and y, x plus y from here would come out to be 15. I just need the value of x plus y. So x plus y from here would come out to be 15. Okay. Now I have the value of x plus y. I know x plus y is the sum of age of two children. I need the present age. Present age of this is already the present age of Rajesh. So present age of Rajesh is 3 times the age of some of his, 3 times the sum of his children's age. So his present age becomes 3 into 15, that is 45 years. So present age of Rajesh becomes option B, that is 45 years. Next question. 5 men prepare 10 toys in 6 days, working 6 hours a day. In how many days can 3 men prepare 20 toys, working 4 hours a day? Okay, this is a typical question from man days. Man days concept we can always use here. Man days concept is MDH by W is equals to constant, and that constant can be used for multiple groups. So here I can always write M1D1H1 by W1 is equals to M2D2H2 by W2, and this will go on for n number of groups. I can extend it for as many groups I have, where M is number of men involved in doing the work, D is number of days, H is number of hours, and W is the work that this group is doing. So let's write it M1 D1 H1 M2 D2 H2 in this format. Let's write it equal to this. So M1 is the first group of men, it's 5. D1 6. H1 is, D1 is 6, H1 is again 6, divided by what work they're doing, they're making 10 toys, is equals to M2 is 3, How many days we need to find? Let's take it as D. Hours is given to me 4 and they're making 20 toys. This is what a simple equation would be formed. I can always find the value of D from here. If I try to find the value of D, my value of D or number of days, it directly comes out to be 30 days. Simple calculation, nothing of any difficulty is given here, just solving, trying to write this equation m1 d1 h1 by w1 equals to m2 d2 h2 by w2, you get the answer. Okay, let's go for the next question. Find the average of the following numbers, and we have some numbers that is given to us. So I know how to find the average is just take the sum of all these quantities divided by the number of terms. So average here would come out to be sum of all these quantities divided by number of quantities that are given to me. Answer is directly 43, which is none of these options. So when you'll do the addition, when you'll do the division, it would come out to be 43. It is none of these options. My answer becomes D. Next, the cost price of 20 articles is equals to selling price of 25 articles. What is the profit percent or loss percent made by the merchant? So I'm going to take my cost price as CP. I'm going to take my selling price as SP. Let's take them as CP and SSP. Given to me cost price of 20 articles, so I'm going to take it CP of 20. It is equals to selling price of 25 articles equals selling price of 25. Profit or loss percent. So I know profit or loss is given with respect to how much of the selling price is with respect to my cost price. So I'm going to do it as SP is equals to CP into 20 divided by 25. When you do this, selling price comes out to be zero point 0.8 of cost price. Now, whenever my selling price is less than my cost price, I know it is a situation of loss. And how much loss here? It's zero point 0.2 less than my cost price. That is, it is giving me a 20% of loss. So my answer becomes C, 20% of loss. Next question. A is earning 30% more than B. B is earning 40% more than C. What is the percentage of C's income in A's saving? Okay. What I need in this question is what percentage of C's income is A's saving. Now I know for a matter of fact my saving is equals to income minus expenditure. If I need to have a measure of how much I'm saving, I need to have a measure of how much I'm doing the expenditure or how much I'm spending on the articles that I am buying or maybe doing some investments, whatever it is. How much money is going out from a pocket, I need to have a record of that. But if I look at this particular question, the only information that is given to me is A is earning, B is earning, and somewhat related to C is earning. What it is, that is just given to me. So I'm given relations, but those relations are just in terms of earnings. I have no idea what the expenditure is, which is why I cannot comment anything on A's saving. Not just A, anybody's saving. I cannot comment anything about anybody's saving here because what I have an idea is just about their earnings. Question is not giving me anything about their expenditure, how much they're spending, or whether they're doing some investments or what kind of expenditure they have. I don't have any idea. So if I want to answer the question what percentage of C's income is A's saving, I need to have some extra information. So this question is actually data insufficient to answer this particular question, that what percentage of C's income is A's saving. So my answer becomes B, data insufficient. Cannot answer because I don't have an idea of the expenditure that is being done. Next, an amount of rupees 6,000 is to be divided among 900 men and women. Each man gets rupees 5 and each woman gets rupees 8. What is the ratio of number of men to number of women? So total number of man force that I have, total number of work power that I have, it is 900. So let's say that the number of men, let it be X, and number of women, let it be Y. So first equation that I can always form up here is X plus Y is going to be 900. That is number of women and number of men together is going to be 900. This is my first equation. Now, given to me that each man gets rupees 5 and each woman gets rupees 8. So if there are X men, they're going to get 5X rupees. And if there are 8 Y women, they're going to get 8Y rupees. Whatever money is being distributed, the sum of that is rupees 6,000. This becomes equals to 6,000. This becomes my second equation. Now, very simple. We just have to solve these two equations. We'll get the value of x, we'll get the value of y. What we can do, let's multiply the first equation by 5 and subtract from the second equation. So I'm doing equation 1 into 5 and it is subtracted from my second equation. So 5x plus 5y is equals to 4500, and when I do the subtraction, 3y is equals to 1500. My value of y comes out to be 500. That is, I have 500 women. If there are 500 women, number of men becomes 400. So what is the ratio of number of men to number of women? Men to women is 400 is to 500. So the ratio actually that I'm looking for is 4 is to 5. Ratio of number of men to women becomes 4 is to 5. My answer is option A. Next question. In how many ways can the letters of the word optical, okay, OPTICAL, can be arranged so that the vowels always stay together? Now, this is a very easy question. A question based from permutations and combinations, where typical questions like these come up. You will be given a word and you'll be having to find out in how many ways the vowels are staying together, like in this particular question. Now see, there are 7 different letters. First of all, vowels are always going to come up. That is, whatever combination I'm going to form, O, I and A, these will always have to be together. The rest of the letters that are remaining is P, T, C, L. So actually, if I see this, what now remains to me is I have to rearrange just these 5 letters, because O, I and A together, I will treat them like one letter only. They always have to stay together only. So together, I'm going to treat it like just one letter, O, I and A together, and then the rest will be P, T, C and L. So actually, my question is not now arrangement of 7 letters. It is no more this arrangement of 7 letters. It is this arrangement of 5 letters only, and at 5 places. So how do I arrange 5 letters at 5 places? It is simply 5 factorial ways. How do I arrange 5 letters at 5 places? It is simply 5 factorial. 5 factorial is 120. So in 120 ways, all of them are going to be arranged. But one thing I have to take into consideration here is O, I and A also. This packet of O, I and A. Now, inside this packet of O, I and A, it is not specific that O should come first, then only I, then only A. So internal arrangement of these 3 letters is also possible. Internal arrangement is also going to come up. So it can be OIA, OAI, IOA, anything of that sort. So basically now inside this particular packet, it is going to be a 3 factorial arrangement of these 3 letters at 3 different spaces. They can be arranged among themselves. Whatever arrangement you do, whether you do IOA, whether you do IAO, it is the vowels that are always staying together. So internal arrangement, if we do, this becomes 3 factorial. 3 factorial is 6. Now, I need the arrangement of letters also, and I need the arrangement of vowels also. So my total number of ways becomes 5 factorial into 3 factorial. That is simply 120 into 6. Answer comes out to be 720 ways. My answer is option B, 720 ways. Next, find the average of the following numbers. Again, a set of numbers is given to me: 16, 25, 69, 63, 89 and 38. How to find the average? I know average is equals to sum of the quantities divided by the number of observations that I have. So when you do this, your average here comes out to be directly 50. My answer is option A, it's 50.